yeah, before the video start, my name is Teresa. I run multiple YouTube channels, and I have tested out multiple videos. And I will say that it takes you guys before y'all actually see good results coming in. It takes you hundreds of thousands of mini videos. So you gotta post 60 to 100, 600, 700, 800, 900,000. But yeah, all right. So before the video start, I want to share that my YouTube channel is facing the error because monetization. But look, I'm smoothly working on YouTube rep employee at UCYT/partner/Google. I'm working with a real YouTube rep employee to get this fixed, and they have sent this external team. So yeah. So guys, my main channel will be back monetized soon, and I'm not gonna stop posting coaching videos. But the video that I'm gonna get out today, bro, it's gonna help increase the odds of you going viral, increase the odds of you getting your video seen, increase the odds of you going on browse page, increase the odds of you knowing everything you need to know how the analytics work and how to know every phase. So yeah, all right. So before the video start fully, I want to give you a huge shout out to my boy Dave Nick. He been in the game for a minute, and he has said on his video that he posted 600, 800 over close to 1,000 videos before he really seen good results. So it could take you that long because you're studying. You gotta learn the album. If you don't study on multiple channels, how are you gonna know what works and how are you gonna know like yeah. So and also I want to give you a shout out to Eddie. I was also watching Eddie videos as well, and Eddie has made multiple videos and had hundreds of thousands of views. So yeah, with that being said, bro, let's now get into this video. So all right,
I'm going to show you what to actually do in order to get views, especially if you're stuck under 500 views a video. Alright, so number one, take a look at these videos. All of them are outliers. Some of them even
Alright, so if y'all seen over here, Eddie made a video too.
People are going to search you up, then you shouldn't really care about search either. If you're uploading a faceless YouTube video for entertainment purposes, where you want to have revenue, well, really you only have to care about these two things because the click-through rate and the ABD from these two spots is
already in the title, in your thumbnail as well. Your thumbnail is supposed to say something or show something that otherwise wasn't said in the title. So
and you can't find it nowhere else.
Implements it. And the reason people click comes down to these three things. Desire, they either want something that video is promising. Fear, they're worried about something and this looks relevant. Or curiosity, something feels unresolved and they need to close that loop. So every click on YouTube is one of these three. So your thumbnail text needs to be doing one of those three jobs, and ideally it's doing a different one that your title is already doing. You can copy this prompt and paste it into Claude for your next YouTube thumbnail. Alright, number 3, you might not be to push your video to new people. Viral script structure, and that's going to give you everything you need to optimize your scripts the right way. You can just come right here, and this is going to give you everything you need to make your content stand out. Number 5, you can run chaos within the health niche. They talk a little bit about Ozempic and push your videos to a lot of people. It wants to see that you are a real human.
Hold on, let's see some guys.
Either, but instead, I would start with the middle. So you lead with your second best point first. The reason is that the human brain runs on patterns. If the first thing someone hears is really good and the second thing is even better, their brain registers that as an upward pattern and they feel compelled to stay because they expect it to keep going up. But if you open up with your best point and that's you go to your YouTube studio, you see your videos, then shows, and only then do you see shorts, live posts, etc., all the other things. And whenever YouTube has a new feature that they're trying to push as hard as possible, those that leverage that feature first are the ones that get rewarded most. So how does this work? Well, when you go to shows, you can just click create a new show, add a title, brief description, then first of all select visibility to be unlisted just in case, but when you are ready you have to switch it to public so people can view the show, and then you create your artwork the same way that you see these sort of banners on Netflix. They're going to be showing on YouTube just like this, and you have either non-serial show structure or serial. Non-serial is where they can just watch in any order they want, and serial is more like Netflix where you have to watch episode 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. in order. It really depends on the style of content you are creating. Me personally, I literally just turned one of my playlists into a show, and I just put all videos related to YouTube growth into this one show, which has 2 seasons for no reason. I mean, it's not an actual show. So I can click on open an editor and I can describe the changes that I want. So I can just say remove the mortgage part and then submit it, and it will make the changes for me. You can also find trending formats and thumbnail winners on the left side. These are frameworks that have extra cost and no extra effort, rather than just turning these features on. The next one is quite boring, but it's really important. You see, if you are using AI to write your scripts, it can mess up, it can hallucinate sometimes, and then YouTube can notice right away if you're sharing some misinformation, if you're sharing something that is not true. Therefore, I started using this prompt over here, which in a second I'm going to show where to get for free. We're just going to copy this prompt. I recommend using it in Claude, but you can use any other AI tool of your choice. We're just gonna
Alright, so what I'm gonna do, just do a screenshot this right here, the screenshot, and how do you get the extension? So, and I'm gonna say this will work for any guru. So, any guru who don't want to give you the prompt, and he's not no guru by the way, but Dave Nick is legit people. I've been watching him for years, so he has my trust authority by the album. Alright, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna go to settings, and what you're gonna do, man, is extension. So you're gonna go to screenshot on YouTube. You're just basically gonna install this extension. So you're gonna install it. You basically go to screenshot on YouTube. You go to search. What you're gonna do is you'll scroll down. And you're going to go to extension. So Google right here, YouTube screenshot. You're basically going to go to here. You will just add this to your Chrome, add the extension. It's now going to be added. What you're going to now do is go to YouTube. You'll refresh, and you'll see that you're able to use this extension. So yeah. So that's why I wanted to that too. All right, let's finish getting into the video. All right. So yeah. So for the sake of it, all you just got to do is hit capture, and it's going to capture. All right. Yeah. So all you just got to do is connection fail. All right. So we got to reload the page, and when you reload the page, you can basically capture the screen.
I'm going to show you what to actually do in order to get views, especially if you're stuck under 500 views a video. Alright, so number one, take a look at these videos. All of them are outliers.
You're going to basically
first upload.
You're going to basically come to this, and for any prompt he shows, like you could do this for any group. Any prompt he shows on screen and he don't want to give you it, you could just, what you're going to do is you'll just go to here. You'll just basically screenshot it. You'll screenshot it, and it will say screenshot. And then what you're going to do is also, it will just put it right here. So what it'll do is put it right here. You can also just copy this right here, copy this, whatever's on screen. So whatever's on screen, you basically copy it, and I'm going to show you how to smoothly get this prompt. So we could do it for today. So what you're going to do is copy right here. You're going to now go to Gemini, and like I said, no gurus show this type of sauce that I'm showing y'all. So this is free sauce, right? So what you're going to do is basically just go to here, and you're going to smoothly just say, give me this prompt, give me this prompt. But please, the exact text. Alright, so you're not going to copy Dave Nick, by the way. I'm going to show you how to do it our own way. So, we're just going to copy this prompt. Alright, so, alright. So, now we're getting into the video. Alright, so, guys, look. If you have failed multiple times on YouTube and you want to improve your impressions, bro, and you don't know what else to really do, and if you feel like you're a failure in life, I mean, it happened to me multiple times, and I'm now going to tell you the stages. So, YouTube has stages, and YouTube has test stages. So, when you go to post this video, you have an initial phase, you have a CTR test phase, and you have basically the ABD certification expansion phase, and you have the topic initial impressions CTR. More YouTube basically sees how long they're staying, and YouTube sees how long they're clicking for, and YouTube would basically analyze that. So if they're clicking so much and they're staying longer, YouTube is going to use their impressions to push it out to more people. So, and y'all been asking, oh, why have my channel been failing, bro? It's because your title or your thumbnail. So let me go ahead and log into my channel. But like I said, I'm smoothly running a lot of channels, and I'm smoothly looking forward to doing 800, 900, 1,000 videos, 2,000, 3,000, 6,000. I'm not finished with YouTube. I'm going a long route with this, and I'm going to make sure my main page has many coaching videos, and I will never ever stop coaching, never ever stop being a guru. I'm going to always be a guru for the rest of my life. I'm going to always be a coach for the rest of my life, just like Dave Nick. It's like all the other gurus, but yeah, I will never ever stop coaching. So let me go ahead and show y'all the issue that been happening to new smaller channels, and I know it happened to most of y'all. I know, and nobody's really here to help y'all fix it. So I'm here to actually help y'all get to this, and I'm here to help y'all increase y'all impressions, increase to get more views, increase to get your video seen. Because like I said, you're not gonna find this nowhere else. No coach on YouTube is teaching you this shit. No coach, no guru, no specialist. So yeah. So first thing what you're gonna do is you're basically gonna come in here. So the time is 0 to hours. So our impressions starting to YouTube find your audience. So what you can see right. So if you go to analytics, you can see analytics. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is also go back to my main ChatGPT feed. Alright, so we're gonna do 0 to 1 hour impressions. You'll get initial test phase. What the initial test phase is this right here. So I'm gonna show you. So what the initial test phase is, let me go to make my camera a little bit smaller. Alright, so what the initial test phase is 0 to 300. 0 to 300. And if you don't like this type of content, click off and watch somebody else's video, bro. It's not for you. On this channel, I smoothly teach you ways to grow. I teach you ways to build up a brand channel, a brand long form channel that could print you money for years. No longer how long you get it saturated. There's always a way to grow, and I'm always gonna make sure y'all have these methods. So no matter what. So I'm partnering with YouTube to do these videos too. So I'm gonna make sure I go hard. So I'm partnering with the white people to make sure I go hard for these videos. All right. So the initial test phase is 0 to 300 impressions. So we go to first 24 hours. YouTube basically puts your short right here. So for the first hour, you're gonna have seven impressions, right? So the first hour, you're gonna have 7 impressions. And then YouTube needs a bit of time, and then when it goes up and hit this right here, you're now what phase you're basically in. So like I said, you're now in the initial phase, and then when you hit 100 to 600, you're now in phase 1. So 1 to 2 hours, and then phase 2 to 4 hours. That's phase 1 to 2. So that's at least 200 to 1,000, and 4 to 6 hours is phase 2. So when you get to close to this right here, at least close to 300 to 1,300. So it takes you 14 it really takes channels 14 hours to get these amount of impressions. So depending on what your niche is, so during the 1,000, you're now in a CTR testing phase. So if you made it to this far, what I'm gonna now do is have it basically explain this better. So I'm gonna have it explain which phase we want and which phase should we avoid standing, and which phase to continue test it out. All the phases, explain it better. So what I'm going to do is just have my AI explain it better for you guys. But yeah, so you guys can now see that if we go this right here. So you see phase 1, initial phase, what it means. YouTube is giving your video the early opportunity, so continue. So initial phase, right? So when you get this phase right here, let's go up. So when you get this phase 1, you don't try to escape it. 0 to 4 hours, YouTube is gathering early information. YouTube is basically saying, here's the video. Let me see if the eye of viewers respond. So at this point, you don't panic. Don't consistently change the title. Don't consistently change the thumbnail. What we want is continue receiving them. So you basically want to give the YouTube data. So YouTube is just collecting this data right now. All right. So phase 2 is an important part. 4 to 12 hours. Now we're paying for more attention to impressions CTR. So impressions matter more than the amount of views you get. So like I told you, if y'all getting impressions, bro, from the early start, from a new channel having close to like low subscribers, that means that your topic is good. So what you got it better at, and I tell most channels, is you gotta focus on getting higher impressions click-through rate and getting more impressions than views, because look, that now tells us that your template is working and your topic is working. So what you now gotta do is use that same working thing and then reapply to more videos, and this is how you really go over and over again, and stuff should not be luck. So yeah. So like I said, I will be giving y'all the whole sheet. It will be in the description below. So I don't care about hearing all that one of theories. Oh, bro, all you just sit and do is I show actual results. Most coaches can't show that. So yeah, so phase 3, this is where we really want to see the momentum of 12 to 24 hours. Now we're watching for impressions accumulating rather than just sampling accumulating. So example, 2,000, 3,000, 6,000, 10,000, that's more interesting. It's suggested that YouTube is continuing to find opportunities to show your video to the right amount of group, to show it to the right amount of audience. So the CTR is good, the APV is good, and impressions accumulate. So when you don't touch the video after you give your video 12 to 24 hours, and then the expansion phase. Now we're going to see expansion. The more impressions start to climb. So phase 4 is so this is where you keep feeding the system. So you might see 10K to 15K, 25,000, 40K. The exact numbers aren't important. The direction is more important. So if you reach continues expanding, while viewers respond well, continue. You don't change your working title. You don't change your thumbnail. So when you get close to this, so 10K to 15K, 25K, 40K, you don't change none of your title. You don't change your thumbnail. It's going to the right amount of people. So yeah. So let's go down. So don't try to skip phase 1. It's every video needs some form of audience testing. So you can't force phase 1 in the brow just by waiting 16 hours. So what you should avoid. So don't assume 16 hours is magical checkpoint. This is where the biggest thing I will change from your table. And like I said too, y'all want to make sure y'all basically treating YouTube like a business aspect and not treating it like a get rich scheme because you're gonna burn out. And YouTube actually takes work. And you gotta learn these metrics, sit down and learn it. Because if you're not sitting down and learning each day and more, how are you gonna succeed and know what direction your channel is going in? All right, so now basically tell me for each hour, all the way up until 48 hours, what phase is my channel going in? So if I have 0 impressions all the way up until 24 to 40 hours, how much impressions should I have to know that my video is doing well? And how much CTR to know that my video is doing well? And then how much CTR should we avoid? And impressions should we avoid after 24 to 40 hours? So what it's now going to do is explain this to me, and yeah. So what I'm going to do is send, and what's now going to do is basically go ahead and explain this to me. So you can see 0 1 hours initial test phase, and then so impression rate, anything meaningful testing to go. So if you have a 4 to 10%, can be don't panic, you can just leave it at this. So what you want to do is so 1 to 2 hours initial test. So growing from 1 hour 4 to 10%, continue testing. So 2 to 4 hours initial packaging growing. So 4 to 8% watch trend. So 4 to 6 hours packaging test, increasing 4 to 8% right here. It looks because I know most of y'all don't pay with y'all money. That's why I try to come up here to get y'all as much great videos as I could give y'all. So I want y'all to have this knowledge and take this, and you can rewatch it over and over again until you can even attach a note to your other PC or to your hand until you get it, and keep rewatching the same as I try. This Google Drive link will be left in the fully description where you can check it out at. Yeah. So good signs of your impressions going to 4 to 8%. All right. So after 24 to 40 hours. So if you have 5 to 8%, June you have the. All right. So let me go in and show you. All right. So if I have low impressions, so if I have, how many impressions should I go for after 24 to 40 hours to know if my niche is good, know if my topic and title is working, and then how much impressions should I basically avoid? So if I can't get the same amount of impressions click-through rate, we're not changing the template. What do we change on it like the dumb? So this is where most people mess up at. So like I said, this is where most of y'all mess up at, and most of y'all get confused in your mind and don't know what to really do. So I'm here to help y'all. So you see, so after 24 hours, impressions will go very little data. So too early right here. So what you want to go for enough to start learning. So 1,000, 3,000, 3,000, 10,000 is good testing range. So after 48 hours, you want to accumulate to at least 10K to 25,000 impressions. So yeah. So after 48 hours. So some days it might take some more. So some of y'all do like 40 hours, 1,000. Don't immediately say that my niche is bad. Instead, we ask, what is the CTR if impressions is 1,000 and 8% CTR? That is roughly 96 clicks from the impressions. So that's actually encouraged that despite of the smart reach. So yeah, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go ahead and copy all this to a sheet. But yeah, so you can see impressions 1,000, 2,000, 7,000, 4,000, 12,000, 9,000, 15,000, 3,000, 8,000, 18,000, 11,000. So how do you know if your topic is working? So we do not decide from one video. I will look for multiple videos across. So this is what we look for. So we look for these amount of impressions. So you can see right here. So how do you know if the topic is working? If you go to here, you see right here. So 7,000.9K impressions. That means that our title was working and our thumbnail works. So most channels can't even hit that. So yeah, this is now we are seeing patterns. So YouTube is a pattern game. What you want to see is pattern. All right, so now what I'm going to do, I'm just copy all this over to a sheet. So, and I want to say this too, and I want to go out and say this, and I got to say this out loud. So when you go to the Gurus page, you know that they're not going to teach you no stuff like this. So, I'm not gonna call it the Gurus. I'm gonna let the Gurus do what they do, because everybody go through their own grind. You feel me? So y'all gotta worry about me selling y'all course. I don't gotta worry about me selling y'all the product. I don't want none of it. Keep it. I don't want none of it. Keep it. So what I'm gonna do is come up to this. I don't want none of it. Keep it. So what I'm gonna do is come up to this. I'm gonna just come up to this. I'm gonna just copy this to my Google Docs, and I'm gonna show y'all smoothly how to read it. So I'm gonna go to here. I'm gonna just copy and paste it over in my Google Docs, and I'm gonna show y'all smoothly how to read it and remember it with your mind, so you could basically know to go right over and over again, so you don't second guess. So yeah, so I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna just copy and paste all this over to my Google Docs sheet. So yeah, so like I said, I teach on this channel how to have a repeatable system, how to build up long channels that can stay around for as long as you want it. No fancy edits needed, and I have proof that no fancy edits needed. I had 100,000 views on both of my channels for shorts. You can do it for long form. You can apply these methods, but yeah. So don't just think that I just teach ways for shorts. I mean, some gurus do that. I teach ways for long form and shorts on this channel. I don't just go off shorts. I go off long form and shorts. I have many tactics. So don't overthink that right there. But yeah. So what I'm gonna do is go over here. It is not about if one viewer like. It's about there's many people watching it. So I don't focus on one viewer watching. I have many people watching my videos, not just one. So I'm not all iffy and not all what is it called, like stingy. So I know I had multiple watching them, yeah. Cause if we go to multiple coaches' pages, they don't have multiple posts posted. So I don't fucking care about how many posts you made, bro. How much experience you put in, bro. How much work is you put in, bro. Is you serious about it? Is you serious about building an asset out of it, bro? So you see 1,000 right here. If we go over to another mine's right here, you see how serious I am about it. I get serious about business. 27,000. We go over to Vexen right here, and I ain't calling no coaches out, but I gotta go on and show y'all. So we go to Vexen, you see Twitter, over media right here, over 1,800. So yeah, so it's about how much work you put in, how much serious about it, and I will make sure I have smoothly a lot of coaching videos on my channel. It's never gonna stop. This shit will never stop. So yeah, so what I'm smoothly gonna do is go over to the Google Drive link. But yeah. Alright, so I'm gonna go to Google Docs link. Alright, so I'm gonna just go to Google Docs link and I'm gonna go to here and I'm gonna open this up in a new tab. I'm gonna hit this plus. What I'm gonna do is go to here. I'm gonna control V. So I'm gonna control V in here. I'm gonna control V and paste it. We now have all the data pasted. So you see we have the 20 page data. Also, what I'm gonna smoothly do is just go through and I'm gonna also make sure I attach this ChatGPT chat. So if y'all are using ChatGPT, what you wanna do is smoothly just go over there. And you're going to make sure that you attach it. So what I'm also going to do is make sure that now I just go to ChatGPT again, and I'm going to tell it to give me every single prompt that we had. So every single prompt that we talked about today, give me every single prompt and the beginner tips how to use each prompt. Give me every single prompt I need to have that we talked about for today. So what it's going to now do is give me every single prompt again, instead of me like manually having to go up and scroll up. And yeah, so what it's going to now do is go to this. You see prompt one. We have the old traction right here. Instructions. So this is beginner tip. If the old AI doesn't give you everything right here, so you see, so prompt 2, we have the competitor idea extraction. So use this when you find competitor's title. So we have this one right here as well, and then we have the prompt 2. So title distribution right here. So and we have the prompt 3 for pre-upload packaging check. So we also have this right here. And we have this prompt hook right here. So if we're gonna check what our analytics is, so title check right here. So use this for finalizing your script. And then we also have this right here for 24 to 48 hours analyzer. And then so you see right here we have the prompt for 48 hours comparison, and we have the prompt for video right. So yeah, so you see this right. So we're gonna go through this, and yeah, so I'm gonna also now ask it is all these beginner tips how to use these prompts. So I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna just copy this. So alright, so what it's going to now do is give me every single beginner tip on how to use these prompts. So you see right here, we have old chat distractions, we have another AI right here. So we have everything that we need. But yeah, so what I'm going to now do is just come up to here. And there's beginner tips on how to use each prompt. So what I'm going to do is smoothly just come up to here. I'm going to smoothly just copy and paste this over to my Google Docs link. And y'all will be having access to this chat where y'all can rewatch it. So when you open up this link, you can rewatch it any day. Any day you need it, it's going to be on my channel. So yeah, like I said, I make videos, coaching videos that can stay up for as long as you want it. Like I said, I don't care about the videos. The knowledge is inside my videos. Y'all gotta be sure to really watch these videos if you want to see like the real thing that I be saying. Alright, so what I'm gonna smoothly do is now come up to here, and you see that we have beginner tips for each prompt how to use it. So we have so for stage 2 we have prompt 9, we have prompt 3, we have all these beginner tips on how to use each prompt, and we have all the prompts is over here. All the prompts right here is over here smoothly. So we now have every prompt. So yeah. So what I'm smoothly gonna do is just scroll up to the top page. And this right here is where we analyze the title distribution. So use when you already have a title, analyze. But yeah. So also what I'm not gonna do is also, so if I had another chat, so I'm also gonna get another one. So that's smoothly what you do. I want you to give me another prompt. So I need another prompt. So I need the prompt to be, so if I had another chat with you and I need my channel data. So if I need my pillar, I need my title I need my story angle, I need the competitor's proof of the video, the URL, everything we extracted it from. I need proof to bring this back to you in case one of my videos flop. I can have this data to bring it back to you. So I need a prompt to go back to my old chat, collect this data, bring it back here, and you're gonna tell me how to fix my video if it flop. So that's what this prompt is basically for. So, and I'm gonna have it now. Basically, gives us beginner tips. So yeah, and I want to say, and I'm not gonna go against my boy Shane. Shane be putting in work. Shane is the reason why I'm still sitting in this spot coaching today. If it wasn't for Shane or me seeing like many coaches like him, I wouldn't be nowhere. I wouldn't be nowhere. So yeah, so I want to give you a shout out to Shane Hummus. He does whatever he could make sure he's first place, and he's before all these coaches, gurus. He posts way more than them, so much respect to Shane. And I have learned my script writing framework from Shane. So Shane has accumulated over 100,000 videos. 100,000 views. I said 100,000 videos. My bad. So over 100 million views. So if we go over to 9.6K, y'all can see I'm locked in because I'm just saying, I'm talking so quick for y'all to get this out of the way to help y'all. So you see 293 videos you can see over here. So more. You can see smoothly. So it took coaches more than 1,000 videos before we really succeed to see. So if y'all failed on multiple channels, bro, you shouldn't even let the failure get to you. You should just move on to the next channel and learn from it and move on to it. So yeah. So you can see right here, 8.3K on this script writing. This is where I learned my script writing techniques from was Shane, and I watched it fully for 1 hour straight. So yeah, so alright, back to this. So if you wanna learn more from these coaches, you can watch the videos for 1 hour straight. But yeah, so I'm gonna just now go over to this right here. So what I'm now gonna do is come over to this, and it's also now gonna basically tell me beginner tips. So in my next chat, what I'm gonna basically do is go back, and if I don't, I'm gonna show you how smoothly do this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come over. I'm gonna just copy and paste this prompt. So yeah, I'm gonna copy and paste this prompt over here, and we're gonna go to here and copy and paste it. All right, so we now copy and paste every single prompt. All right, now what I'm gonna do is now come up to here. I'm gonna basically ask it for what should I rename this on my Google Docs? What should I rename these prompts and everything on my Google Docs? All right, so what I like about AI is we could always go back and look at our old conversations we said with AI. So that's what I like about AI. So yeah, so there's no ifs, ands, buts about it guessing. And now I got videos here that's gonna stay in forever. So you see, name the prompt. So video case file. So we're gonna do this right here. We're gonna just name it. I'm gonna name it video case file. I'm gonna just name it the video case series prompts. Video case series prompts. And if I show you how much Google Docs chats it took me smoothly to at least more than 1,000 videos to come this far. So I ain't coming this far for a reason. I ain't learning it overnight. It took me hundreds of thousands, thousands. I'm not gonna say 100,000. I'm gonna say over 1,000 of Google Docs sheet of me chatting with Google Docs. So YouTube growth don't happen overnight. YouTube success don't happen just in one click of one video. I mean, some people succeed like that, but you gotta post more than 1,000 videos on multiple channels, run multiple tests if you're gonna get to the results you're gonna get to in life. So yeah, it's gonna take a lot of work. So yeah, so don't think you're just coming in YouTube with a click of a button. I know most people struggle, but hey, you won't come to YouTube to work. You won't come to YouTube to put in some work. So yeah, so if you see all the other gurus on the platform, they put in work. They ain't get there. They ain't just get there in a click of a button. They had to put in 1,000 videos out to get to where they want to get to in life. So yeah, so now I got 1,000 videos where you can learn from. Watch anything in your free time at prompts. So yeah, all right. So back to this. All right, so what's movie gonna do? All right, so I want to smoothly show you how to use one of these prompts. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna basically come over to your channel identity. So you're gonna want to. So if you don't have your channel identity, you're gonna want to track it down. So you just go over to this video right here. So I'll be making another video, but I have videos on my channel. What you're gonna do is you're gonna smoothly go to videos. You're gonna go over to this video right here. So we're gonna go over to this video right here, and I made it on long form. So you smoothly want to leave this video, go over to that video, watch it, and yeah. So go over to it, leave this video, go to that video, go watch it. So yeah. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna now come over to here. You want to figure out your channel identity. So you want to watch these two videos right here, and let me see. All right, so this video right here is what you're going to smoothly watch. Channel DNA identity using my ChatGPT MCP tool. So my CP tool is in the description. You want to just go over here. You can use ChatGPT. You don't got to use Manualist. You just want to leave this video, go over there, and I will be making more videos like this to figure out your channel identity. So yeah, it's important to know your channel identity. So to get in the right to get that first outlier. So if you want to get that first outlier, and I'm gonna say this again, that video outlier I had, that wasn't luck, and I did the whole video process live with y'all, and it's crazy that YouTube gave me 100 views. You don't want to know how much YouTube gave me, how many views they gave me. I'm not ashamed or I'm not yapping, but you know how much views they gave me? They gave me 100 views. 100 views for me coming up here to show y'all this. 100 views for me doing my method. So, and I'm not trying to be no smart ass or be a clown right now, but they gave me 100 views for me showing my method when I blew up a short to 100,000 views. And it didn't smoothly take one day, but I posted it and showed y'all everything up there. They gave me 100 views for that video. It's incredible, bro. So yeah, they gave me 100 views. So yeah, I forgot me some drink, bro. Pop. No, water. Oh yeah, so it's my little cousin over there. He's autistic, but yeah, he's. So you see, they gave me 139 views. 39 views, just for the sake of this video. So like I said, the album sometimes get a bit confused, But the goal is to keep working through it. The goal is to not let the album flop to you. What I'm not gonna also do is show you how I could go through and re-update this thumbnail to the stream. So you see, we got a 2-minute AVD, so you can see right. So we can see why the reason it flopped. So you see, impressive click rate. So it tells right here, impressive click rate. So what I can also always go in and do is now basically go over to this right here. I go to details. So what I can smoothly do, I'm gonna show you how I can smoothly update this thumbnail. So put a thumbnail on the stream. So what I'm smoothly gonna do, I'm gonna go over to this. I'm gonna just now open this up. So I'm gonna now open this up. And if y'all want to, I'm going to show y'all how to do this. I can do this for y'all videos. Some of y'all are not no streamer, and it's fine. So what I'm going to smoothly do is go over there. Alright, so what I'm smoothly going to do is just screenshot this. I'm going to now basically come over to here. I'm gonna just now paste it. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna also just go over to my face. So I'm gonna get a reference thumbnail. So I'm gonna get a reference thumbnail from one of my competitors' videos. So these are my competitors. So now Shane, I'm not competing with you, bro. I love you, Shane. Shane, you helped me come far, bro. And the gurus they're mad that I come this far. So Shane inspired me so long to come up there. He wears the same shirt, and it's cool that he wears the same. Every single video he does this thing, he inspired me to come up here and do his video. Like I love seeing Shane come up here. And I'm not showing no course at all. But yeah, so we got a video. Shane is a GOAT. You can always be a GOAT. Shane, I'm watching the day one, bro. You inspired me to keep going, Shane. You're the reason why I'm still here in this spot. And my dad told me too to keep going too. But yeah, so what I'm gonna do is just go over to here. I'm gonna just download this thumbnail. So we're not copying Shane. Shout out to Shane. So we're gonna find one of his top performing thumbnails from his video. So we had 1.7 million. Alright, so what I'm gonna do, this works. This is eye catchy, so we can see this work. You see, so what I'm gonna do is now go to YouTube thumbnail downloader. Alright, so you see he's not giving up. He's making multiple new videos every single day, and that's the goal with YouTube. So the goal with YouTube is if you're running multiple channels, you could if you want to hire people here and there, you can hire people. If you want to do everything yourself and you don't trust people to do everything yourself, so if we go back to my old video, right? So, and that's the reason why I don't let people on my channel to use it. So if you didn't know, back in before I really succeeded in 2022, I had a problem where I let somebody sign into my YouTube channel and they hacked it, bro. They hacked it. So, and I had to tell them again, and I want them to see all these videos. The dude who hacked it, and this video's gonna stay up. So, and it's cool that I'm airing out all this stuff, but the dude who hacked my channel, he didn't want to give it back, and I had to make a whole new channel. I had to grow, so yeah. So the dude who hacked it, who hacked my old channel, let me show you. So he hacked my old channel in the old days. So I'm just going to show you my old video, but yeah, I made a video on it. So if y'all was going through my channel, but yeah, it's crazy that the album is not pushing so much. But I can know the issue why the album's not going to push so much these long form videos, because I got to start putting thumbnails on my streams. But I'm gonna also now show y'all the video when my channel got hacked in the old days. But yeah, so let me go through and pull that video out real quick. And y'all probably ask me, why do you drop so many? I have so much energy. I have much energy. I don't run out of energy. So yeah, so we're gonna go over to this. I'm gonna now scroll down. I'm gonna now go to. When it do hack my channel. So it was like last year. So it was like last year when it happened. But yeah, he took my channel. So we go to my most popular right here. You can see it. So most popular. Let's go to most popular. Alright, so y'all see it right here. So that's 2.4K. Now that video. Alright, so let me show you that video. So yeah, it was like a hate move, but I smoothly used that move, and I look back at that video to now go as far as I'm coming like today with these growth videos. So that inspired me to keep going and keep going through. So if y'all go to watch that video, let me show y'all. So it's smoothly close to. And like I said, people never thought I had 300,000 views in long form. So I had it in long form, and now short form, I could do it, and I could do it many more times on many more channels. There's no limit to it. There's no limit to how many videos you post and how many videos you do. Running multiple channels will give you multiple chances to succeed. Let's be honest with that. Alright, so let me just go ahead and scroll over. So videos. So I'm gonna just scroll over. I have closely to almost 300 videos on this channel for y'all, but yeah, let me scroll over, and let me scroll over again. I want to smoothly find out how to upload, find out that video. So that video is right. And this video is probably gonna be 1 hour long. Please don't mind the chat, but this video is staying up on my channel. It's gonna stay up. If you gotta rewatch it, then yeah. So the video is right smoothly to. Let me pull it up. So let's go to public. Alright, so let's go to public. And I learned to just stay with one niche. Stay with one sub niche on the channel. So if you're doing a basketball niche, bro, let's say this. So if you're doing a airplane niche, you don't post on about your niche. You don't leave your identity. If you leave your channel identity, bro, you're just sitting there guessing now. So you don't. And I will be making more videos on channel identity because y'all gotta memorize that. I want you to memorize just like 24/7, bro. That's what you're gonna know to post. It will fit your lane so you don't post random bullshit. All right, so I'm gonna go over to this. And being that AI came out, and we use AI as a tool to help us not replace our growth, but help us post the right thing. So in the old days, I used to just hope and guess, and used to be just like y'all, but now I don't hope and guess no more. So yeah, I don't even care about if one flop happens. So y'all can see videos details right here. This is one of my old videos. You see, I ranked my video get 300,000 views when I'm released, and this was my exact method. But the guy who I let use my channel, I tried to trust him. He hacked it. So yeah, you see, it's pulled 25,000 impressions right here, 25,000. But what made it flop the most is the thumbnail. So we could always go back and refix his thumbnail. So you see, he pulled close to 25,000 impressions. So yeah, so. Like I said, I'm gonna also make sure I give y'all the real reminder. That's why YouTube haven't banned this channel. YouTube is not going to. So, and most people want YouTube love me. They told me they love me, and guess what? They told me I'm allowed to use. I will be making more of this showing the S1 panels, and we're not going against no third party softwares. I'm making a way for all y'all to really grow. So thanks to Neil. And one day I'm meeting up with the CEO. I'm gonna go over to California one day to the office and ask him, can I stream it or meet up with the CEO so I could introduce myself to thank him for a lot, bro. Thank you for everything, and yeah. And like I said, if you dealt with a channel termination, you get through it and you move on to the next idea. All right, so you can see right here, a TubeBuddy right here. TubeBuddy's where I've been using TubeBuddy since I was 2021. So yeah, so big shout out to TubeBuddy. But y'all can see over here, smoothly that I show my method over here. And yeah, so you can see that my method over here. So how to rank on YouTube on release music, so YouTube channel, and how my old channel got 300,000 views. But you can smoothly see that this wasn't over the best screenshots, but the dude right here hacked my old channel, and yeah, so he was the designer. It was the designer using my thumbnail. So if y'all didn't know, I had made this art right here. So I had made that art that was on screen right here. So I made this art using Photoshop. I used to be an alternative graphic designer before I came to doing what I'm doing right now, the growth strategies. So y'all see I had 300,000 views. So I had these amount of views. So yeah, I had these amount of views. So don't just think it was luck. And like I said, a lot of these coaches over here try to overcomplicate shit and try to make it like you need hard. I would never ever edit no hard video in my life and always hit 100,000 views and always hit the chunk of views I always want to hit. So you don't need no hard edit. Let that shit go past the way. So you don't need that. So what you need to do is have a great topic idea what people are searching for and like what the viewers want to see. So you see right 1.5 million impressions. So yeah. So if you leave this video, go back to it, you can see it. You see 300,000, 47,000. 21,000. So if I was in the old days, what made me really viral is that repeatable ending angle. Repeatable ending angle, yeah. So you keep the same exact starting word is a core keyword. You just change the ending angle. That's what makes you succeed. So that goes with your title formula. There could be a sake where the whole depends on the topic. The whole title itself changes. Depends on the topic. Alright, so this right here could have been a bit more improved. So you see 50% of views during my S-Mark. So 2 minutes, right? So this could have been improved more longer, but yeah. Alright, so back over to this. Alright, so what I'm smoothly gonna do and show y'all exactly. So I want to say this too, that there's a lot of these coaches, gurus that overcomplicate and make it seem like I need a chunk of videos, a chunk of 100,000 videos, and I'm pretty sure if you go over this bro's video, Jack Cole, I'm pretty sure I got more videos than bro on this channel. It's no comparison, and I will be posting thousands and more. I have many ways to grow. So when I used to use Photoshop, I have many ways to grow. And I don't care if y'all see it's AI slot, bro. My scripts aren't AI. Yeah, so I have more videos than you see 1K. We go to more, and I don't care about subscribers. Subscribers don't mean shit to me, y'all. Y'all gotta get that out of your head. It looks good for you get verified, but it don't mean shit. You feel me? So yeah, what matters the most is how much the content is. How much is you serious about putting out, bro? So yeah. So me, I want to give up so many times, and I told myself, nah, I'm not giving up. Even family pressured me to try to give up. And they know that if you give up, a job ain't gonna make you the amount of money YouTube can make you. So yeah. So let me go over now. Let me go over slow. Let me go over and scroll up. Alright, so yeah, back there. Alright, so back there. So what I'm gonna basically show y'all is how this movie changed your thumbnail. So we're gonna go to here. We're gonna basically get a reference of our competitor's thumbnail. So yeah, so like I said, we're just gonna download one of Shane Hummus's thumbnails. And yeah, so we're gonna go to here. We're gonna go to his video list. Let's see. So Shane Hummus. Alright, so we're gonna go to his channel. We're gonna go to videos. And the reason why y'all probably gonna judge me for this. The reason why my videos aren't doing so well is because I can see it from the studio. So if you go over here, the reason why my videos reach is like doing that well in long form. If you go to analytics, you can see audience right here, analytics. You can see why the reasons why they're not staying as long. So if we go to content, YouTube really tells right here. So we go to channel analytics. So what I want to improve the most is my ABD. So the way I speak is different, my accent. But of course, what I want to improve for y'all the most to make things more easier for y'all is improve. So if we go to videos right, you can see some videos right here. All total, you see that it's ABD's 136 in the last 28 days, and we got 2.6% impressive click rate. So if we slightly go to here to lifetime, we can see the lifetime total of the packaging on our video. So this means that the thumbnail. So this means how much people are seeing the thumbnail and clicking from it. So yeah, so that's what impressions click through rate. Impressions click through rate is meaning how much people seeing the thumbnail and clicked it. Impressions you could treat it like how much people seeing the title or the thumbnail too is and clicked it. So you see we got close to 600,000 impressions, meaning YouTube showed it to them. And impressions click through rate means how much people clicked it. So my bad. Impressions means how much people YouTube showed it to the people, but impressions click through rate means how much amount of people clicked it. So you see, if the ABD is not too good, if we improve this right here, improve this, or my long form video start getting pushed out a bit more. And like I said, YouTube and shorts and long form is two separate audiences. So when Guru said that, shorts and long form is two separate audiences, but I wouldn't be doing two shorts and two separate niches on the same channel. So I did avoid me going back to that. But yeah, so now I'm focusing on one niche and I switched over to long form coaching videos forever. We're going longevity with this. So you see live, 88,000 views, 900,000 impressions. If I switch to another niche, it could fuck up. My audience would get fatigued. So I would lose a lot of views, and it would just hurt my channel. So that's why I'm not switching over from coaching videos. But yeah, so you do one, you could make another channel switching these, but I want to slightly switch on the same exact channel because it could hurt your main. But you see, my live streams got accumulated over 900,000 impressions and 88K views. We can see impressions. We could always go back and just slightly start putting thumbnails on some of these new streams. That's the only way to really improve this. So start putting thumbnails on some of these new streams. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is slowly go over there. And if y'all thought I was gonna always stay a filter for life, bro, you got me effed up, bro. You got me fucked up. I'm not gonna always be a filter, bro. I got ways to grow, man. I got what it takes. I got the whole strategy, the whole roadmap. Alright, so let's go to here. Let's go to copy right here. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to YouTube thumbnail downloader. So I'm gonna just go through this thumbnail. I'm just now paste it here. And I'm basically gonna take text from the title and then put it on the thumbnail. Alright, so take text from the title and make me a thumbnail with it. So I'm gonna the second one is my competitor's one, and I'm gonna give you my a one with my face on. So also what you could do try to just go through and just send like AI your face. So you can just send it your face and it's gonna go ahead and make the thumbnail. So what I'm smoothly gonna do, I'm gonna just smoothly go over to one of my long form ones right here, and I'm gonna go one to where I can see my face my facial face. So I'm just gonna go to one where it has the most views at, where it looks clear at. So yeah, so a lot of these thumbnails where I basically go through and I test packaging, and most of y'all try to give me tips. You can't give a YouTube strategist tips. Me, I'm testing. So what I'm doing is I'm testing different styles. So that's what I'm gonna do. I do it on multiple. That's how I'm getting good. So and I learn which one is winning, and I stick with that same template, and I go back and I change it up a bit. I change up the style a little bit, make it way better than what I had before. That's how you learn. That's how you improve. It's not all about who's better, who got the bro. Focus on the most one that's getting the most impressive click rate. Most videos will flop. That's what it take. There's no number amount of videos of how much videos it take until you get a viral outlier. There's no amount of videos it take. You see, 11% impressive click rate right here, 2.8% impressive for that video. So you see, so what I'm gonna do, you gotta test. So 52% at the 30 mile mark. What I'm smoothly gonna do, I'm gonna just go to details, and I'm just go to details. And I'm gonna say this again. Sorry, YouTube, don't call me out for this, bro. Stop chasing girls and stop beating y'all. You know what? All day and educate yourself, bro. You feel me? Educate yourself, bro. Fuck the hoes right now, bro. You gotta focus on the career, man. If you want, you gotta focus on the career. The YouTube trying to stay this for as long as you want it, bro. You feel me? The girls cheat on you. They cheat on you for the next person. They don't want you. It's there for the money. You feel me? So they're there for money. They don't care about your mental. They don't care about you not. You failing, they don't want to see you succeed, bro. So, and I'm gonna say this again, you gotta really lock in with yourself. So if y'all wanna make it for YouTube, bro, I believe in Shane out, bro. Y'all feel me? So lock in with your career, bro, and we gonna keep taking over. So me and Shane Hummus, we gonna keep making a way for y'all to take over this community. I promise y'all that. I promise y'all that. I don't care if some of the videos where my mental mess up, we making a way to where we can take over. That's the goal. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just go through, and I'm smoothly just gonna give it this. I'm gonna say the second one is my face. The first one is my competitors. Don't use the first one. Get inspiration from it. Alright, so what you could do, you could just take what worked from Shane Hummus and then bend it to our lane. And I'm also gonna go to here. I'm also just gonna go to this page, and y'all can whatever video I can hover over the video if you don't have no thumb on, and just give it a screenshot. I'm just gonna make it a thumb on. So I mean, back then we used to use Photoshop, but yeah, Photoshop. We used to use Photoshop, but I don't use it no more. So yeah, Photoshop 2021 is what I used to use the most, and yeah, I don't use it no more. And yeah, all right. So what you're gonna smoothly do is just come over to create image, and yeah. So it's gonna now create the image, and next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna use the next prompt. So what we're gonna do is you can see this right here. You see, so we're taking inspiration from it. You see my face, editing assist shorts channel. So what I could just do is download this, and AI models is way good. It's getting so better at thumbnails. And y'all can see like AI is gonna do whatever it could, and yeah, so they're improving. So yeah, all right. So if y'all don't know, Sam Oden is the owner of ChatGPT. If y'all don't know, Sam Oden owns ChatGPT. So Sam Oden is gonna do whatever he could to make sure his models is overkilling. He knows that he. And I want to tell you that too. Sam Oden, if you watching this, bro, I love you, man. Thank you for helping me come so far with your style. I love you, for real. So if y'all don't know, Sam Oden basically owns ChatGPT, so he knows every model you use, every thumbnail you create. So y'all should really be thanking him, because without ChatGPT, bro, we wouldn't be nothing, bro. I would still be a guy that had no way to make it. So ChatGPT helped me make it far. So yeah, in this career, AI is here to help you, not replace you, use it as a tool. But yeah, so what I'm gonna do is just go up to this. I'm now gonna basically put a thumb on this video, and you can see that what's gonna happen in the next 24 to 40 hours. My impressions and views will start to get tested out more. So what I can also go ahead and do is re-update all my old videos with this and just rush and repeat this. And I showed y'all how to smoothly get ChatGPT for free on my channel. So yeah, so you can always go back and update your thumbnails. And yeah, so for this one right here, what I can basically do is go to this one right here, and I can basically go to analytics. I could basically go to overview, right? Video analytics. I could just do the same thing. So reach. I can see reach. So we can see that the video really flopped because the impression click rate tells 2%. So you want to go for at least a 60%, 8%. And like I said, consistency is how you improve to get amount of miss. If you're not, and I'm gonna say this too. If you're not consistent, you won't hit the amount of impressions you dreamed about hitting. Impression click rate. So you have to stay consistent in order to see them. So you see me. It took me multiple uploads. Like let's go to my first one right here. Alright, so you can see reach, you can see overview, you see 1.9K impression, you see 3% impression click rate. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna smoothly just go over there. I'm gonna show y'all. So I'm smoothly just gonna go to here. I'm just gonna make a new chat. I'm gonna make a new chat. We're gonna use this whole doc link. So I'm not gonna go through copying each prompt. I'm just show you how this movie do it. So I'm gonna just movie show you how really how it's supposed to be done. So let's go to my other one. Let's see my first one right here. Alright, so what I'm smoothly gonna do is just now show you exactly. So I'm gonna go to analytics. I'm gonna go to ChatGPT. Alright, so I'm gonna go to ChatGPT. Let's see here, let's hit plus. Alright, so let me open this new chat up right here. Alright, so let me just go ahead and get my title. So I'm gonna just go back over to here. I'm not rushing, by the way. I'm not rushing for nobody. I'm taking my good old time to get some details. And I want to air out so much for y'all to have the systems y'all, you don't have to keep failing, bro. And know like why a video fell so well. So yeah, so we're gonna basically go to this right here. You gotta learn from your failures. And I feel like it's okay to fail. So in this game, it's okay to fail. Don't think you're doing nothing wrong. You ain't doing nothing wrong, bro. You're doing something right. That's what you're doing. You gotta fail to win. Remember that. Remember that. You gotta fail to win. Alright, so what I'm basically gonna do, I'm gonna now just go over here. So let's go. Alright, so what I'm basically gonna do, I'm gonna just now go to here. I'm gonna attach my document link. So I'm gonna smoothly just go up to here. I'm just gonna attachment, and I'm basically gonna attach my document link. File, go to docx, download. This is crazy, right? What it just gave me. Alright, so it's cool. So I'm smoothly just gonna come over there. So let's go down. Alright, so I'm gonna go up. I'm gonna just hit this right here. So I'm gonna hit this copy, and this right here for beginners. So this right here when a video fail and you don't know how it is, all you're gonna do is just go over to this right here, and we're smoothly gonna basically get our details. So we're gonna get our details, and yeah. So this right here is how we're gonna learn to change. We gotta change. So we're gonna go to here. I'm gonna basically just hit this, and I'm just gonna go up. So what AI? What I like about China, you can talk to it. So what our smoothie wants you to do is smoothie just give me the pillar we use, give me my title from it, give me all my details. So I'll look through all the chat we use for this title, give me all the details right here, but use this prompt to help you. Alright, so what we're gonna do is just go to here. We're just gonna hit this arrow right here and send this. And what's now gonna do is basically give me all my details. So you see metrics video right here, you got all the details. So you see channel pillars. So we got the pillar we use, we got the specific content link, we got the video topic, we got the core subject, we got the competitive conflict. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna smoothly just copy all this data right here. So you see the title format we use format. So what this prompt is gonna do, so if you have a folder, also, so I'm gonna just show you smoothly how to do it though. So let me just go to this. I'm gonna now go to here. And I'm gonna just now go to here. So look. So what you're gonna do is go to settings. So you're basically gonna go to here. Alright, so you're gonna go to plugins. No, you're not gonna go there. What you're gonna do, so you're gonna basically you're gonna go to you don't gotta go there. So what you're gonna do is go to personalize right here. You're gonna scroll down. You're gonna basically enable memory. So this is manage memory. So what you're gonna do is manage. You can manage. So what you're gonna do is enable it. So every single chat you now have an AI is basically gonna save memories on this. So remember, so that way you wanna enable that. And what you're gonna do is also, and what I like about AI, and I think AI is way more better. And I think y'all should hit. Y'all can hit over 1 billion using just ChatGPT alone. You don't need no other software. So, well, you can use Gemini to help you, but you can use Quality if you want. But what you're gonna smoothly do is just smoothly, and I'm gonna make sure I rack up, and I'm gonna make sure I get Sam Odin, because guess what? The more I post about ChatGPT, the more people's buying it, and the more Sam Odin is getting paid more money. So so I'm gonna do whatever I could to make sure the white community win. But yeah, lay out, bro. But yeah, so project only one of the project, and we want to go to this. You basically just want to name it as the name of your channel, so you could just smoothly just go over to this, and I'm gonna smoothly just go up to this right here. I'm gonna just go to Control V. All right, so what you're gonna do is go to this right here. you're gonna smoothly just go up to this, and you're gonna basically go to here. And like I said, y'all gonna have your opinions while saying, oh, people don't watch your growth videos, bro. My growth videos stand up for my channel forever. So don't make me with that excuse, bro. So we're gonna project only memories right here. So you see right here. So you wanna put on projects only. This project can only access its own memories in the exact folder. So if you have outside the chat, it can basically pull information that you said in the other chats outside the chat. But what I like to do is keep it inside one folder. So when you basically tell your channel identity, it's that stays inside the folder, and you can make multiple chats. Even when the limit runs out, you can just stay inside that folder and make multiple chats, and your memories are still there. So with quality, you can't do that. With quality, limits gonna run out. So with ChatGPT is getting good. So yeah. So all right. So what this movie do is go up. Alright, so this is video case bookings right here. So what this movie do is go to this. We're gonna basically say for my title idea. Alright, so what we're gonna do, I'm gonna just go to this fail video. I'm gonna just go to here. I'm gonna just say my title idea. I'm gonna just say my failed video idea. Alright, so I'm gonna go to here. I'm gonna do is now hit enter. And you see, so video case file right here. So what we're gonna do is just go to here. We're gonna smoothly just go to select. We're gonna go to copy, and what we're gonna smoothly do is just give it these metrics. So I'm gonna just smooth. Let's see if I can attach. All right, so I can attach multiple. So what I'm gonna do is give it this right here. I'm gonna just go to analytics. I'm gonna now screenshot my analytics. So I'm gonna go over here and make sure you are input memo always. If you're not gonna succeed. So yeah, YouTube. Don't just think YouTube is just one post thing and you go ghost and you go up. I wish it was like that, bro. You gotta put in work. It takes hundreds of thousands of videos, even multiple videos until you really succeed. So yeah, and you start out broke being a YouTuber, it's cool. Alright, so you're gonna basically go to this. You're gonna basically give it this right here, and we're gonna also make sure we just give it that. So also, what I like to do is we attach this right here, you see that we give our thumbnail. So I'm gonna now tell it, so what do I fix? So should I change my thumbnail? Or should I keep my exact things? Also, what we're gonna do is just smoothly just go over to this prompt. So we're just smoothly gonna go to this prompt, and we're smoothly just gonna go to here. I'm gonna just go over to this. Alright, so I'm gonna just give it this chat, and this right here we just basically gave it our channel pillars and our video topics or ideas. We gave it everything that we use that prompt just told us. So what I'm gonna do is hit send prompt. I'm basically now gonna ask it. It's gonna tell it when we gotta change. So it's right here. So it's looking. So you see right here. So what your analytics is now telling us. So this is where most people fuck up at, because they go to post a video like, oh bro, I failed. You're not even a filter. You just gotta learn better ways to analyze your analytics. So this video is for y'all. So this will improve, make sure your impressions increase tremendously. So yeah. So what your analytics is telling us right here. So impressions 3.2K, 4.4% CTR, 600 views, 3.01, 40% versus views, 75 at that 30 mile S mark. So the video is 7.28 minutes long. Impressions basically flatline after first week. So you see right. So the important part is, so elements is, so I would diagnose it like this. So the element is, so the current evidence right here is 10.2K impressions. So my verdict is not enough evidence to kill. The title is can isolate from the thumbnail yet keep. So thumbnail test improvements, so 4.6%. So hook right here, 75% very good. So retention right here, reasonable. Content delivery, 3.8 ABD, so not obsession right here, filter, so distribution. So you see right, so the biggest issue is your current thumbnail. Your thumbnail is basically says five airlines just don't face themselves, and your title says right. So that's too much repetition. So you see right. So what we want to do is, what I would do is I will keep this right here and I will change this. So what I'm not gonna do is have it generate the thumbnail. Alright, so let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and let's not fully reinvent the wheel. You know what you gotta change on the thumbnail. Go ahead and create a new version of the thumbnail that I basically attach over to my analytics, and do what you just said. So we're gonna use what you just said, but yeah. Alright, so guys, like I said, let AI help you. Let Gemini help you. It saves you from having to buy a $500 course. So You could use AI to blow up to over millions of views. I seen multiple channels do it. It saves you from no. If you wanna fall into the trap and go buy a course for better groups, bad. But me, I would never ever think of it buy no fucking $1,000 course. Because guess what? I have more methods than most of these coaches. Most of them in the game, and I'm the hardest right now. So yeah, I'm always gonna be. So yeah, there ain't nothing you can do about it. So, and I will be giving y'all access to this chat right here as well. I'm the hardest in the YouTube automation space right now. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is go to catching it up. So what's gonna do is gonna create this thumbnail. So yeah, so this guru is one try to pay at least $500 for this course, and then this guru as well over here. So there's another guru, and I gotta call him out. So let me have my screen real quick so I can pull it up his name. But there's another coach. And these coaches aren't going to let you know why your thumbnail felt the way it did, unless you use the day's method. So with the day's method, you're walking from the stream having results. I'm going to tell you, for the next video, you're going to get more than 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 10K impressions. I'm telling you, you're going to see that smoothly improve. You're going to smoothly see it improve, because I know what I'm talking about. All the other coaches can't agree with that because they can't be 100% guaranteed. Their methods aren't like that. My methods are. So you see, turn the quality into over 8,000 script faces. So we gotta cook this low. He went over 699, close to 1,000. But come on, bro. So now I want to show my YouTube rep this shit too, to show him that what these gurus is doing, and to show him that what I'm doing for the platform. You go to my bio right here, bro. You ain't gotta pay me none. But if you smoothly want to, you could go ahead and send me money in my Cash App. So if you want to, you can send me money in my Cash App. And being on YouTube and me dropping these ways, I'm gonna smoothly say that. Alright, so if you want to send money in my Cash App, you could. It's in my next video. But yeah, but we're going to get back to this. Alright, so you can see right here, so the real reason why it's just breaking, so order, cancel. So what I could do is smoothly go to hair chat. I could basically put it as this. So I could basically put it as this. And yeah, so we could go ahead and update it. And this will be the template we can basically use. So we can use this one also as well. But yeah, so what I'm gonna do is smoothly go over here. And also another way what I could do too is go to details. And we're smoothly gonna go to change. So you see the reason why. So we put it on the screen. So yeah, y'all can see right here the reason why. So we put smoothly of what's not like, and we put some keywords from the thumbnail onto from the title onto the thumbnail. So you can see right now how it is. So what I'm smoothly gonna do is also have it make us another version. All right, so go ahead and generate another version using that white background, and then keep that same template for the first one. I just don't want to fully reinvent the wheel, but I like the second one you just did. I like it, I updated it, but I want to see another version with the same template. I just don't want to change the template. So yeah, I want to see the same version with the template, with the white background, and just try to make it like the way you said it. I want to see another version of the thumbnail. So we're going to smoothly go to here. It's going to create us another image. This will be in the description below, this ChatGPT chat where you can check it out. So yeah. So that's how you figure out about your video. So you can tell if your title or your thumbnail fell, and you can always go back to basically change what you made a mistake on it. So, and I hope this video smoothly help y'all out. And like I said, I will be putting my resources all in the description, and it will be this sheet right here will be below in the description where you can check it out at as well. This right here, and this right here too, and this right here too. So yeah, so like I said, I'm gonna make sure I flood this right here 1,000. I see smoothly I gotta buy more storage soon, but it's cool though. I see smoothly I gotta buy more storage. They want 100 gigabytes, 0.49 cents. So it's cool though, cause guess what? I'm gonna make sure I put as much sauce in here. We running this shit up. We running it up smoothly. We making history with this document. So I can smoothly just go to this right here, chat, and keep the same template. Keep the same template, but change like this. And I like this one way better. So yeah, so it looks way more cleaner, like in our same identity. So what I could do is go over here. I could change it to this one. So yeah, so I'm gonna smoothly just pick this one right here. So that's what I'm gonna pick because I like it way more. And yeah, so that's how you smoothly change up your thumbnails. And you're not reinventing the wheel. You're taking what's already working and fixing it. So you see the real reason? You're taking what's already working and just fixing it. So that's the real way what you're gonna succeed. You're not gonna succeed off a coach just sitting there guessing, you hoping, thinking, oh, all my, bro, you gotta analyze the fact why your video fell. And use these prompts. All the links will be in the description and yeah. So I'm gonna smoothly go through and I'm gonna just go to here. I'm gonna go to new folder. I'm gonna just go over to this. I'm gonna go to Terry's prompts. I'm gonna just go to here and I'm gonna say for long form. And I won't change thumbnails on my shorts. I do not go back and change thumbnails on my shorts. So that's one thing I don't do. So when I post on my shorts, I don't change thumbnails. The only reason why I change the thumbnail is long form because long form you gotta go to CTR, AVD. If your CTR and AVD is not good, you're not gonna get views. So that's the real two factors in your hook. So your hook, yeah. So what I'm gonna do is go up there. And your topic idea has gotta be good for bringing the viewers in. So yeah, so I'll be putting this right here. Also, you guys can just go through and check it out, and I will be putting this right here as well. But yeah, I'm out, bro. And I'm gonna see our next video, and I'm gonna be streaming it probably later. But yeah, like I said, I'm smoothly going to go through and work on more channels. But guess what? Give it until 30 to 44 videos until you see good results. You gotta be consistent every day. So I know I'm not consistent as much on these, but I have the amount of tactics to go back to my video and watch on my phone and make sure I'm consistent because I know what I'm doing. I did it too many times. So yeah, and I can do it over and over again. But yeah. So YouTube ain't no hard game. YouTube ain't gonna make it a hard game because it's too late now. Too many AIs made it to make it a hard game and make it saying you need hard editing. YouTube cares about the value you bring them to the platform, but yeah. And what I'm also gonna do is make sure this complies with YouTube's policy. Alright, so you can make sure that my thumbnail, my second one complies with YouTube's policy and make sure that it's not clickbaity. And also let me know. So that my video do good over well and everything aligned. That's what we had to go for. So for my next video, should I basically use the same hook type? So here's my script. So what you smoothly want to do after you have a successful video, you just want to go over to editor, right? You want to go to editor right here. You basically want to go to this video clips. You want to give it your script. So you're basically just going to go to here. And also, there's another way what you can do. Instead of just doing this in studio, you can just go to copy right here. You can go to YouTube transcript downloader. So you can go to Google, YouTube transcript downloader, and you just go to YouTube transcript downloader. Alright, so. And I know some of y'all be expecting 2, 3, bro. You gotta post over hundreds of videos, bro. It's just don't happen like that. Like you go to a job and you be at that job for years. Same with a YouTube channel. YouTube channel goes consistent until you can stay as much consistent on it, bro. So there's no limit. I mean, there's a limit to amount of uploads you upload. You can do 20 times, over 20 times. But yeah, I heard YouTube is upping it more. But right now, there's an amount of uploads you upload. But there's a sake of it. So there's no limit to how many ideas you get and how many ideas you test. YouTube is a testing game, bro. YouTube is an idea game, bro. So yeah. So what I'm supposed to do is go up to here. I'm just now basically paste this here. And what I'm also gonna do is just paste the script here. I'm gonna just hit this. So hold up. I'm gonna hit this. I'm gonna now just come up. I'm basically just gonna paste this data here. So also what I'm gonna do is also come over to my hook type. So I'm gonna just come over to my channel identity because it's my niche. Alright, so I'm gonna edit. I'm gonna just basically now go to here. I'm gonna now paste this here, chat. What I'm also now gonna do is go to here, send prompt. I'm just send this. What it's gonna now do is basically tell me everything we gotta fix. So it's gonna tell me the hook type. So you see right here. So we can go through this right here. You can see. So yes, did your video do overall good? So yes. So this is the prices right here, data. So we scroll down. So your hook was perfectly not the main problem. So YouTube specifically indicated that your 30 seconds of retention was above typical. So it's above typical what most creators hit. So most creators ask me, oh bro, do you know? Bro, worry about yourself, bro. I know what I'm doing. You feel me? I got methods, bro. You feel me? So worry about yourself and move smoothly, bro. So yeah. So you can see engagement right here. 3% ABD on a 7-minute video overview, right? And I did this all live, y'all. If y'all go back to the stream, I smoothly did everything live, and it's out there. The method's out there, so y'all want to keep method secret me, bro. I ain't keeping none of the secret, man. I ain't keeping none of the secret, bro. You feel me? But yeah. So we go to here, live. Alright, so we're gonna see more right here, chat. We're gonna basically see if we're gonna see more. You can see 40% average percent view. If we go over here to basically detail activity, we can see where they stayed at. So mostly you can see where compared to all the other videos, how this did. So you see AVD 3 minutes and 0.1 seconds, 40%, 40.5% average percent view. So you can see above average right here, above average of what all of our other ones get. So you see right, so below average right here. So you can see above average is right here where the hook was good at. So this hook type is what we'll basically use for our next video to make sure we go viral again. So the patterns, 5 airlines, 200, and yeah. So we scroll down. Is so your next video should use the same hook type right here. So yes. So but the same hook type is not the exact same hook. So pattern, stakes, mystery, promise. So you see all the words change. So it's your broken script proves that why it works. So your primary open in June 2026. So immediately gives a number and plus pattern but plus time. So yeah. So we go to here. So this is your next script. Should not do this right here. Use this. So hook, investigations, escalations rule, consequence less than CTA. So yeah. So this would be our next thing. So yeah. So for every single video. Alright. So for every single video until the channel blows up, what is my permanent script structure? I stick to. So what's working right now? And yeah, tell me my permanent my hook types, my 1 and 4 hook types I stick to. That's what's working right now and what's green. So yeah. So what I'm basically gonna do, I'm gonna hit this arrow. I'm gonna now smoothly just go over to our to our next upload. And like I said, if you smoothly is you're scared about stealing other people's clips, you can just use images. You can just use images and yeah. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is go to this right here. Don't be scared to grind. Alright, so I'm gonna go to this right here. I'm just gonna paste this right here. I'm gonna now hit send prompt. Transcript. Alright, so you see right here, so the permanent script system right here, so permanent script structure pattern right here, shocking. So we have mystery, we have the stakes, and we now have the investigations, and we also have escalations. So we scroll down. We also have, so we scroll down. This is our permanent structure we stick to. So you see hook, mystery, stakes, investigation, escalation. So we scroll up. You see, so right here. So this is your the channel name lock system. So elements, hook right here, primary. So hook 2, primary, keep. So hook 3, right here, keep. Hook 4, keep. So investigation right here. So yeah. So this is what's gonna help y'all improve, bro. And like I said, the only way to really get better is by staying consistent, by using these systems. If you're not using for the day, and you're not learning what works, you're never gonna really succeed well. So I'm also gonna go to here and make sure smoothly that I just go to this right here. And you want to be hitting closely, so I'm going to say for the 0.30 mark as much. So I'm just now go to analytics. I'm going to just say smoothly of the hook types we got to be hitting. So I'm going to just go to here. I'm going to just paste this right here. So what is the percentage we should be hitting to know that our hook is working? Alright, so what this is now going to do is improve your impressions. So yeah, so it's going to make sure your impressions improve. Also, when this video ends, make sure you go to my my latest video. And if y'all didn't know, a new MCP tool is what works. So I want to give you a shout out to TubeOffer. TubeOffer is another MCP tool. So what you're going to install. So I'm going to go to, right, so it's called TubeOffer. You can use NextLab. I already made videos on my channel about that. So you can use TubeOffer. So what TubeOffer allows y'all to do is go here. So go to right here, you're going to go TubeOffer. So what TubeOffer allows y'all to do is basically go to Google. So it's an MCP. It's built to watch YouTube videos. It's built to get the transcripts. It's built to bypass the API key. So You can just smoothly use two offers. So this is what you can use it for quality. It works for mini ChatGPT. It works for mini tools. $5 right here per month. So you can just go ahead and use it. You can just go to connect your agent, and you can just sign in right here with your YouTube channel. And what you're gonna do is sign in, and you can use any Gmail account. Any Gmail account works. You can just go through it and just go to here, and then what you're gonna smoothly do is go up. We're gonna X. So what you're gonna do is smoothly just go to here. So let's say if we wanna connect it over to our channel, and we wanna basically now really yeah. Alright, so yo, if y'all made this far through the video, bro, y'all about to get something I never showed y'all, never did this. So y'all, if y'all made this far through the video, bro, y'all about to really win. So next thing we're gonna do is now go over there. So like I said, you got me on your side. You don't have no guru. You have somebody that's here to see it. I see how things work, and that's here to see, learn from my filters and learn from my mistakes, and always better and always grow more. So what you're gonna do is smoothly just go up to this. You're gonna go to plugins. Alright, so what you're gonna do is go to browse plugins. Alright, so you're gonna basically go here. So work with ChatGPT. Go ahead and use streaming stand up, video stand up. Use it, bro. ChatGPT's a way. You don't gotta pay coaches, gurus. I don't want y'all doing it. I want y'all to use AI for your advantages. It's the only way you're gonna really improve. So what I'm basically gonna do is, I'm gonna basically go to settings. Hopefully it allows me to like I said, I used to have our Run You fan page back then, so that's where that comes from. But yeah, I used to be a fan page of him in the old 2K days. He's the reason why I'm still grinding the way I am. So I Run You. So if anybody, I Run You inspired me the most to keep going. So I Run You. So I Run You he been at it since the old 2K days, bro. But yeah, so you can see. So if we go over here, it took him close to at least 2.5K. And it's not a giver scheme. So let's knock off what a giver scheme claims, please. Alright, so what we're gonna do is just go over here. If you stay consistent with it, it's possible that you could be big. If you stay consistent with it and you stay consistent with the chat, it's possible that you could be big. Alright, so what you're gonna do, you're gonna just come in here. Come to ChatGPT. So let's go to here, hit this plus. You want to hit this plus, what you're gonna do is go to here, description. You're gonna basically go to connections. You're gonna basically go to MCP. You're gonna just put you can just put a random description. You can put MCP, to offer right here, toolkit, whatever your name is, Sam, Ethan, whatever your name is. So you can just put that. You can put this right here. You're gonna put that. And you're gonna hit save. You're gonna sign into your YouTube. What this is gonna do is it's gonna allow you to give AI access to your channel, and it can read through of your rights and your wrongs to help you better. So you can also do this with quality. So if we want to do quality, we can just move go to quality right here. So I'm gonna show you how this movie do this with quality. I am sweating right now while I record this video. It's cool. If I ain't sweating, I ain't working hard. So yeah, so you gotta work hard to make it far. Yeah. So you go to here. I'm gonna answer this. I'm gonna go to connectors, and what you're gonna do is we're gonna smoothly just connect this MCP and sign into our YouTube channel. So you're gonna go to connectors. You're gonna basically go to add. What you're gonna do is add browse connectors. Alright, so you're gonna basically do you want to make sure you do custom connector if it allows. So settings again, connectors. Alright, so you just want to go to add connectors. And yeah, so what you could do is just smoothly remove vidIQ if I wanted to. I could just smoothly go to disconnect vidIQ, and I could just leave it or disconnect it. But yeah, so for me, I'm gonna just try to add a custom one. So plugins. Alright, add, browse. Alright, so it's not letting me add no connector, so I'm gonna smoothly just go through and just disconnect. I'm gonna just go to here. I'm gonna just disconnect it real quick. So let's see if it lets me add. So it didn't let me add it no more. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. So I'm gonna just have to go through and just remove it. I'm gonna unblock it. Always allowed. I'm gonna just delete this. Alright, yeah, we're not gonna add it back. So we're not gonna add it back. Alright, so I connect that. So I'm gonna refresh this right here. And if it does allows you, you can use another chat. So yeah, so if it allows you, you can basically give AI access to it. Yeah, so it's not allowing me to browse connectors. Yeah, so it's not allowing me at all to do this. So yeah, so I smoothly can't show y'all. Fuck. Alright, so I'm gonna just show y'all smoothly how to do it. I just can't show you how to do it. So what we could do though is give it our analytics though. We can give it our analytics data and give it screenshots. But yeah, so yeah, or we could just copy and paste over. So you can see where we scroll up. Alright, so we'll go there 40% of the 30 miles. That's my typical. So then we should not call the hook valid green. So we want to go for the most is we want to go above 50% or above green strong, and so 45 to 49% good decent. So it means there's not close enough. So you want to make it way strong, but yeah. So when we get so let's say this. So you could go through and give me another prompt. So when I have another a strong hook, when I have a working hook, you can basically give me a prompt. So what do we now do when I have a working video? What do we do? Give me steps, beginner tips. But yeah. So I'm out. This video will be up on my channel, but I'm not deleting. I'm not deleting it at all. Rewatch it. Tomorrow later on, stand up on the channel. So yeah. So exactly for this you can see. So working for video replication prompt is video analytics. So this right here will basically give us tips. So what we do for when we get a next video. So let's say it's right. So scroll up. So step 1. So you make a video. Scroll up. So scroll up. Alright, so beginner's version is what you'll do right here. So you don't need to overthink it. So you make a video normally. So you use the current system topic, angle, hook, investigation, escalates it out. So use the structure. So right. So one video starts performing well. You don't immediately change everything. You wait there until there's enough data right here and bring me the analytics in the script. So yeah. So and I'm gonna smoothly ask it. So for niche, well, I know there's not. I know there's not like uploads that you can say that's gonna go viral. But how many uploads should we give the channel before we start like judging the hooks and judging how many uploads should we give it and stick with 1 or 4 repeatable hook types? But you already have my working hook that I just gave. That's one hook we could take and put down on red. Put down on green. What's working? Not red. We could basically put down on green for one that's working because we already have a hit. So now basically give me this right here data for this right here. So the hook testing data right here. So hook pattern mystery stakes. So competitor status green approved candidate. So this is your booking videos. 5 airlines plus 30 days plus 20 billion. There's a pattern deeper booking. So we scroll down. So we come right here. So 30 seconds right here is retention 44. YouTube says that it was typical, not above typical. So yeah. So we go to right here. So we scroll down. So you see the testing system right here. Each hook should have video 1 test. Test again. So we scroll down. So there was I believe the batch, not the one video. So we scroll up. So what makes a video hook green? So I'm going to use this system for you. So status right here, 30 seconds right here. Status 50%. So 45% is promising. It can be a bit stronger. So typical and weak was 35 to 39%. So yeah. So the hook is what work right, and we tested right here. It was a hook. So the hook hashtag 1 is pattern mystery stake. So you see example. So status right here green. So for this one right here, why now? And you can see this isn't about X. So yeah. So you can scroll down. So but you don't do don't do 20 videos before learning anything. So here's the smarter system. So you see, so video 1 analyze, video 1 analyze, video 3 right analyze. So yeah. So we go to here. So yeah. So you can basically see a chopper. Yeah. Alright, so go ahead and give me all the prompts I need to have. So when I analyze and know a video went viral the way it did. So we can stick to this system and we rest and repeat this over and over. That's how we're gonna win. So yeah. Alright, so I'm out, bro. And yeah, so like I said, chat, YouTube is, and some of this shit right here is what you don't change. So if you hit this right here, you don't change the thumbnail. You don't change the thumbnail yet. So what could have been better, we would probably got a hit, is if this was a bit stronger and like 50% or 65 or 80%, we would have went viral. We would have went viral, but the only thing we could do is learn from this. Learn from this and use it as inspiration and use it a bit more to learn from what works. So yeah. So I'm gonna see y'all smoothly next video, bro. And yeah, let me go through and refresh this right here. You can see right here, so mastery prompt. So yeah, so I'm out. I'm gonna see you on the next video, and I hope y'all enjoyed this. But yeah, so this right here will be all in the description. This will be in the description along with these prompts. You don't have to buy no course. I would never buy no course for the sake of it. I will always hit the amount of views I want to hit. No luck at all. Soon, my goal is soon have 100,000 view video long form for y'all. Get a 100,000 view video and yeah, make it through. But yeah, cause I already know what I gotta do. And I'm literally using ChatGPT for the thumbnail, ChatGPT for the script, ChatGPT for the title. I'm the only one doing the editing on Premiere Pro. So with these niches right here, literally no editing. I gotta be the one to do the actual research for the facts from pulling from actual articles for the script. But yeah, that gets easier from here. But I'm out. And I did this again. So you see 75 right here. So 600 views. Let me go to my next one right here. Switch accounts. And I'm making more channels as we speak. I'm going to verify more phone numbers from. But yeah, y'all see studios right here. You got YouTube. And I'm going to do this smoothly to make sure I maximize my channel. Make sure I get as many ways. I don't want y'all to buy no courses. And I would never put my hand on a course because it's not worth the fucking course. So you see 15.8K in long form. You see engagement 2% AVD. Reach is 100,000 impressions. So 7.7% impression click rate. So yeah, so this is what you smoothly want to hit, and I'm out. And I'm gonna see y'all in the next video. So yeah. So also, and you can use Photoshop, you can use ChatGPT for your thumbnails, bro. You can use whatever you want, bro. There's nobody's telling you what to fucking do yourself. So get that out of y'all head, chat. Nobody's helping y'all. Nobody's here to tell y'all what to fucking do, bro. You feel me? But yeah, I'm out though. I'm gonna see y'all next stream. 10 weeks taking over for sure. We got more videos on the way. Yeah, I just hope y'all learn from this, bro, and improve y'all metrics. And yeah, and we'll be putting it right here in the description. I'm gonna go ahead and just make this right here, fix this up. So all these links right here will be in the description. I'm gonna sit here at this desk real quick while I do this, but all the links will be in the description. But the only way to really improve is by staying consistent. Don't give up. So yeah, but I hope y'all made it through, and I'm gonna see y'all in the next video. All right, so yeah, before I end this, bro, before I end this right here, I'm just gonna give y'all a little Chico for the new beginners, newbies. So I'm gonna basically get y'all Chico. I'm gonna get y'all Chico, and it will be below the video. Alright, so this is the impressions you want to hit. It's an impression click rates right here, CTR. So this right here is what you want to hit. So smoothie. I'll be making my Chico for the new beginners out there. So 8% stay strong. You do not change your title thumbnail unless impressions are curly down. But yeah. So I'm gonna also have it show us proof. So go ahead and show me proof of when I get these CTR, how much impressions do I need to get, and how much do we avoid to know that we don't change anything. So to know we keep everything how it is. So below this, so let me know. Show me like the Chico. Make me a whole graph. So this Chico will be right here. I'm gonna smoothly put this below in the description. So yeah, try to be teased y'all way, bro. I would never ever use no coach and no guru. No guru will help me come this far. Help me hit the amount of numbers I'm hitting, and yeah. So I'm out, bro. And yeah, and I'm gonna see y'all smoothly in the next video. And I want to say, so there's most gurus, coaches that come to YouTube and said that you just post a few videos, bro. You give a channel at least smoothly to, it could take you 200, 300, 600. There's no amount of things to when you succeed. The more videos you post, the better chances you get, and the more systems you learn. Like it took Stephen at least 240. I passed him up on my main. I have more videos on my main than, but you see he has this channel over here. I give it to bro. Bro's grinding. He's consistent. So 140, and I want to post as many videos, but you see he also has this one right here. So it took most of these gurus 100,000 videos before they seen success, bro. And I'm not gonna lie to y'all, bro. So yeah, and I'm gonna be honest, this ain't no Garrett scheme. It ain't no, you learn it overnight. You can rewatch this videos how much you want to watch it, but just know there's more work I actually gotta put in. You're gonna fail, and you're gonna fail on multiple channels, and you're gonna have multiple channels that make it. And come with life. So yeah. So none in life is easy. But I'm gonna see you on the next video. I'm out. So this right here will be in the description. In the description on the Google Drive link, check it out. Also, I'm linking my ChatGPT chat. So I'm giving you access to here, access to this one, access to, let's see this one. Access to this one right here, access to this one, access to this one right here. You're having access to all of them. So access to that one, you're going to access to it fully. It'll all be on the Google Drive link. And right here. So the Google Drive link is in the bio, but I'm out. And yeah, coaches. And hold on. So for the next few videos, I want you to try to aim for at least 3,000, 5,000 impressions, all right? So try to aim for that. Do that. Do me a favor. Aim for that. And also try to aim for 4%, 6% CTR. That means that it's working. So what you can do is you use the same template. You just change up the text and make it way more stronger. But you learn from your mistakes. Like I said, you don't need no course, bro. I'm here to guide y'all. I'm gonna see you on the next video. And now, like I said again, your mom and your dad want one more, and you spend $1,600 on credit cards for these gurus, of course. If they find out what you're doing, you know they're gonna get on your ass about it. But yeah, so y'all get your money however y'all want to get your own money. But yeah, I'm saving y'all, bro. So I have to spend a dime, and yeah, I'm out. So the only thing you really need is Google Docs, ChatGPT. So even if you want, you could just buy storage for Google Docs. You could spend 1 cent. But yeah, I'm out. But yeah, so spend 1 cent, 2 cents, however you got it, and it's gonna save you room so you can have the amount of system that keep watching it and relearning it to go about over and over again. But yeah, let me see you on the next video. Chat 1 hour and 3 minutes. We out.